Hello everyone, so this is Gian. I'm back with the third video of the evening. So I just wanted to briefly address something that I had mentioned in the previous video that I made about Captain Marvel, The End, where I talked about the absurdity of Rhodey, James Rhodes, War Machine, naming his daughter after Carol Danvers, in particular naming his black daughter after his white ex-girlfriend, and just how ludicrous such a idea is. Something I mentioned briefly but didn't really expound upon was the art in the comic. In particular, the way a particular character is depicted. The character is described as being biracial, but doesn't look anything like it. So I'm going to focus on the art, and in particular, the art of one Carmen Carnero, because while my criticism with the Rhodey thing was focused on Kelly Thompson because she wrote it, I'm focusing on Carmen Carnero because she drew this. So let's get right into it. This panel is introducing the character of Lucy Rand. Now, Lucy is the one with the blonde hair. She's the one kissing the brown girl on the cheek. So here's what the dialogue says, all right? The dialogue says, in this brown woman, I'm guessing she's African American, is speaking to Captain Marvel. It says, Carol, you never got to meet Lucy, now my wife, but she's Danny Rand and Misty Knight's daughter. We grew up together. Now, for those who may be wondering, Danny Rand is also known as the hero Iron Fist, and Danny Rand, when not in costume, looks like this. Right? The mother, Misty Knight, looks like this. And yet, we're supposed to believe that they had a daughter looking like the blonde girl. You see, when Ebony and Ivory come together in perfect harmony, they tend to make someone who looks, well, like this. Right? Where you can clearly see the features of both, right? The lighter skin from the Caucasian parent, but the features, and in particular the hair, from the African American parent. So we're supposed to believe that this woman, this girl, is biracial. In particular, is biracial and half black. Okay, and in particular, I want to focus on the hair. You see how the hair is not just blonde? And again, I understand that genetics are not a exact science, but last I checked, I think it's darker colors are the more dominant genes, right? But let's say Danny's genetics are strong, right? She's obviously meant to look more like her father than her mother, but in particular, I want to focus on the hair. See how the hair is straight and kind of wavy? Take it from someone who happens to be half African American. Now, granted, I'm not half white, but I am half African American on my mother's side, like this Lucy Rand character. And I can tell you that you're not escaping the thick curly hair. You're not. You can have all the white, Asian, Native American, whatever else in your family line. You're getting this hair or something similar to it. So these beach curls or whatnot, this isn't really true to life. More importantly, though, with so many examples of biracial women, right, and biracial people in general in the real world, I don't understand how in the world Carmen Carnero got this wrong. How do you get this wrong? How in the world do you draw this and think that readers are going to believe that this character is biracial and half black at that? Now, this isn't something I would usually focus on or bring up, but see, when the dialogue literally states that she's biracial, right? When it makes a point to point out her parents, right? Danny Rand, who is white, Misty Knight, who is black. When it makes a point to point out the parentage, then I make a point to point out how ludicrous it is that this blonde girl is supposed to be biracial and doesn't look a thing like her mother, doesn't have any African American features. I know she doesn't factor much into the comic, but again, if the writer is going to mention it, then in my opinion, the art should support the writing. And the writing clearly states that Lucy's parents are Danny Rand and Misty Knight. And reality shows that while it would be highly unlikely for a person who is half white and half black to come out looking completely Caucasian looking. So anyway, that's the very short video. I just wanted to just get that out, get that off of my chest. And I get it. There's always exceptions to a rule, but this is not reality. This is comics. And again, if you're going to bring that up, I'm going to point it out when it's wrong. So please let me know what you think. And I will see you all in the next one. Have a good weekend. Have a good day or night, wherever you are or whatever you're doing. See you around. Bye.